You ever notice how the smallest things get stuck in your head? Like a song lyric you didn't even like, or that one stupid thing you said years ago that you're sure no one remembers, but it still replays at 2 a.m. We laugh at it. We call it overthinking, but maybe it's more than that. If the mind can clutch onto tiny fragments, what do you think it does with the heavy stuff? The heartbreaks, the fights, the betrayals, the days we swore we never speak of again. They don't just fade, they wait, they sit, patient, silent, watching. We carry those things quietly, like bricks in our pockets, but no one can see the weight. They press into our steps, into the space between our thoughts. They bleed into choices we don't even notice we're making, into how we trust or don't, into how we push away the good because it feels safer than risking the hurt we already know. I've seen it in myself too. The walls I built, the silence I retreat into, even the sparks of anger that escape before words can form. All echoes, shadows, fragments of old cracks. And here's the cruel truth. You can tell yourself you're free. You can say you've moved on. Convince everyone around you that you're fine. But your body doesn't lie. It keeps score. It remembers the tremble in your hands, the hollow in your stomach, the exact moment your heart splintered. So when life hands you something new, something fragile, something real, your body whispers before your mind can catch up. It says, careful, don't trust, leave before you get left. And without realizing it, we sometimes do. That's why we ruin the very things we prayed for. Why we push away the warmth we craved. We think we're protecting ourselves, but really, we're replaying old stories. A good person feels like a threat. A safe place feels like a trap. Love feels dangerous and vulnerability unbearable before we even notice. The thing we wanted most has slipped through our hands, not because of what's in front of us, but because of what's still behind us. Silent, relentless, unforgiving. The script of memory. And maybe that's why anger comes so fast, so sharp. It feels cleaner than sadness, easier than fear. Anger convinces us that we're strong, that we're in control, but underneath is something softer, something that once cracked open, so wide we swore we'd never feel it again. And so we lash out, break before we can be broken, pretend to defend when really it's just memory replaying itself through new faces. I felt it, that spark, that fire, wanting to destroy it all just to not feel small again. But here's the thing, most of us refuse to see. The past doesn't vanish. It doesn't disappear just because we stop talking about it. It becomes part of us, shapes how we walk, how we speak, how we touch, or don't. You can hide it under laughter, bury it under distractions, drown it in noise, but it waits for the quiet, for the nights when sleep won't come, for mornings when you wake already tired. That's when it speaks the loudest. That's when you feel the echo of every brick you carry, pressing down, pressing in. And yet, maybe that's not the end. Maybe we're not meant to erase it. Maybe the point is to learn to live with it, to notice the scars and still move forward, to feel the weight in your pockets, but not let it crush you. Because if the past scripts us, maybe we can rewrite some lines. Maybe we can stop letting fear run the story. Maybe we can let ourselves feel without flinching, touch without pulling away, let someone stay without imagining the moment they leave. It's not easy, it's messy. It doesn't happen overnight. Every step forward carries echoes. Every heartbeat carries old cracks. Sometimes it's exhausting, the tug between who we were and who we want to be. But maybe that friction is the only way to shape ourselves, to break and rebuild in ways that finally feel alive. Maybe change isn't sudden. Maybe it's small, almost invisible. A pause before a word, a breath held a little longer, a hand that stays when instinct says, pull back. Maybe it's the little moments that carry the weight of revolution, the pause before we speak, the reach instead of retreat, the first breath of trust after a long winter of suspicion. We carry the bricks differently, not to throw, not to hide, but to stack them carefully, to see which weigh us down and which help us build. Slowly, we learn that not every memory has to dictate the next one, that not every fear deserves a voice in tomorrow. And maybe forgiveness of others, of ourselves, isn't a grand act. Maybe it's quiet, almost invisible. Maybe it's just deciding to let one more day, one more conversation, one more moment be ours. It doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean excusing. It just means the past, relentless, doesn't have to dictate forever, that it can exist as a companion, not a captor, that scars can remind, but not define, that what once broke us can teach us how to hold something precious without crushing it. It's slow, fragile, alchemy, almost. We don't become fearless. We become aware. We notice the trembling and still reach. We see the cracks and still build bridges. Each step is courage, each breath defiance, even if it hurts, even if the past whispers run. We whisper back, I am here, I am moving, I am trying. We take the weight and place it gently, learn where it belongs, learn to walk without it dragging us down. Eventually, after nights of quiet battles with memory, maybe we find ourselves. Maybe we touch life without recoiling. Maybe we speak without echoing fear. Maybe we love without counting the cost. Not perfectly, not without hesitation, but with eyes open, hands open, heart open. That's the miracle. Quiet, ordinary, invisible, but real. Enough. Ours. Because at the end, the past is always there. The heartbreaks, the betrayals, the silent screams of memory, they never leave, but neither do we. And in that tension, in that push and pull, we discover something strange, something quiet, something alive. The rebellion of showing up, even when the script says fold, even when the body remembers more than the mind wants, even when fear whispers, we whisper back, I'm here, I am alive, I am moving, and maybe that's it. Keep moving, keep feeling, keep living under the weight of everything that came before, to find the rhythm that carries us through, to feel the pause, the trembling, the silence, and still place one step ahead of the other, slowly, slowly. And if we are patient, if we refuse to let memory control the narrative, we find the grace of simply being, not perfect, not whole, not fearless, but alive, fully, messy, beautifully alive.